Welcome to another one of our studies in the parables of Jesus. This one is the parable about the wheat and the tares. It comes right after the parable of the sower and the seeds. And both of them having to do with farming, both of them having to do with the kingdom of God and the kingdom of heaven. In fact, there's 7 parables in Matthew 13 that relate specifically, talk about the different facets of the kingdom of heaven. And this one is talking about 3 parts of that kingdom. One of them is the kingdom that is among us. It talks about the sons of men and the sons of the evil one. It talks about the angels and the demons. And it talks about a coming judgment. So 3 parts of that, the kingdom that we are living in and amongst, the kingdom that we can't see, it's just beyond us, and the kingdom that is yet coming. So as you look at this, keep those 3 aspects in mind. There is an important point in this parable. It's tempting for us to see ourselves as the kingdom of the Son, or the sons of the kingdom, and see other people, those unbelievers and outside of the church, as those that are sons of the evil one. Now I would like you to encourage you to notice verse 41 that says that all causes of sin and lawbreakers will be thrown into the fire. Now, if we stop and take any honest look at ourselves, we recognize that there is causes of sin within us, and there are laws that we have broken. And so we need to look at this parable from that lens and keep that all in perspective. Another portion of this parable, it talks about the enemy, or maybe enemies, that went and sowed the seed amongst the wheat. And the seeds that were sown it's called tares, and tares look very much like wheat as they're growing. And then when the seed comes out, the seeds are actually poisonous, and they look different at that time in that stage. And so in this parable, it describes these enemies as well as the angels that are doing the harvesting. And we can go about our life with the perspective that everything is what we see. That's all of it. But if you think about those in the Bible who have seen God or seen angels, their lives have been transformed from that moment on. I think of Isaiah when he saw the glory of the Lord in the temple, and the angel came and touched. He said, "Woe is me, I am undone, for I am a man of unclean lips, and I live among the people of unclean lips." And then the angel came with the tongs and touched his mouth and said, "See, now this has made atonement for your sin." So there is a kingdom that is beyond what we can see, and it is a true reality. We need to be mindful of the fact that our life is not only about the things that we can see. And the third aspect of that is the coming judgment. That's another thing that we really prefer not to talk about. And when we talk about hell, we don't like that topic. It's a scary thing, and we don't want to confront people or scare them into hell, or maybe they'll turn away from God. Well, if God is loving God, why is there this judgment? But the reality is that we are the ones that choose to separate ourselves from God. It says in Matthew 25, verse 41, that this lake of fire was prepared for the devil and his angels, not for us as people. But yet we are the ones that turn away from God. And so all 3 of these aspects of the kingdom of God are important to keep in mind as we consider, how do we live our lives? It is a part of the things that we do around us. It is beyond what we can see, and yet that which is unseen has influence, and it is yet to come, both a promise as well as a warning. I hope you enjoy this study and dig into some of those deeper questions.